guys, so today's video is going to be a very much requested how I wear my scarves video. Now, you guys may have noticed that I absolutely love scarves. I wear them all the time. I very rarely wear them to keep warm. I pretty much always wear them just as an accessory for my outfits. And there are quite a lot of videos like this out there on YouTube, but I have found from watching them that a lot of the different ways to tie scarves that they show are not necessarily ones that I would wear. So I'm going to be showing you 5 different ways that I like to wear my scarves, and even if you have seen some of the styles before, I hope at least one of them will be new to you and it will be helpful in tying your scarves. Yeah, so if you want to see how I wear my scarves, then keep watching. So first of all, I'm going to show you pretty much how I wear my scarves on a daily basis. So if I'm just throwing on a scarf, this is how I will do it, and it takes like 2 seconds. So most of the time I wear huge rectangular scarves like this one. So what I do to kind of tie them on a daily basis is first of all fold them in half so that you are left with kind of an odd shaped handkerchief with a point like this. And then I like to ruche up the center section, and I sometimes kind of have the points uneven like this, you see, so they kind of layer over. So I like to do that, and then I just have this bit as the center, cross them over at the back, and then pull the tails round. And then I like to tuck the tails under as well, so you just can't see where they cross over, and have a little bit of a rearrange. But in general, that just leaves a really nice kind of drapey shape, and it's better than just using it lengthways, because then you get very much of a kind of flappy scarf, if you see what I mean. The loop at the front isn't so pretty and ruched. So that is generally how I wear my scarf on a daily basis. You can also do this using square scarves. So if I show you with a small square scarf like this one, which actually doesn't look that small, but it is fairly small, you can just fold them in half and you get an even handkerchief shape like this. And then again, you can just drape it around and you can actually see this much better. So that does actually work for rectangular and square scarves like that, and that's generally how I wear my scarves on a daily basis. Another thing that I like to do if I'm wearing a silk scarf like this one, which tend to be fairly slippy. Now this is actually quite a big silk scarf, but again, you can do this with any size. I do the same thing, so fold it in half and then just drape it around your neck like that. But in order to stop the ends kind of slipping back, which always happens whenever I wear scarves like this, in terms of texture, like silky ones, the ends always end up falling behind me, and then the scarf ends up like half falling off. In order to stop that, what I do is just tie the ends in a little knot, not actually a knot, but just one loop over, and then just tighten it up to where you're comfortable around your neck, but fairly tight around your neck. And then you can pull these ends out to the sides. This is looking a little bit uneven. There we go. You can pull these ends out to the sides so that you still have the kind of tails, but you don't have the slippiness, so it's actually going to stay more secure around your neck. So that's how I like to wear my silk scarves. And then moving on to a couple of more adventurous ways to wear your scarves. If you have a scarf that is kind of like this one, so quite thin but a fairly kind of textured, kind of crinkly material. This one's actually from Forever 21. And what I like to do with these kind of scarves, they're kind of like a big long rectangle, is just bunch the ends together, but you don't want them to be entirely even, so kind of like pull it back halfway like that, so it's a little bit raggedy, and then you want to leave as much kind of tail as you want there, so just a little bit. And then I like to take the rest of the scarf and just start twisting it, and this can actually take a while if it's quite a long scarf, but you can make kind of somewhat of a rope out of it really. When you are pretty much at the end and happy with your rope, I like to just place this at the very nape of my neck, and then using the rope go twice around. This is a little uneven, you always have to kind of play with it a little bit, so that you have these 2 kind of rolls at the top of your neck. Now some people might not like this, but I think it's quite cute. And then I just like to spread out the tails at the bottom. And again, this takes generally kind of a lot of fiddling, as do most ways that I wear my scarf, because I'm just a bit of a fiddler. But yeah, that is kind of how I like to wear these type of scarves. And this is actually really warm as well because you have that kind of turtleneck shape with the scarf. And then another way to wear them, which I was actually wearing at the beginning of the video, is another kind of twisty rope technique, but this time it's with a little bit more of a bandana. So if you have, again, a rectangular scarf like this, what you want to do is just take one corner and go kind of diagonally so that you bunch up the material at the top, but you have that kind of bandana corner shape. And this has tassels as well, which I quite like. And then just drape this around your neck, leave the short end just hanging over your shoulder, and then start to twist this end. And this is actually an American flag scarf, so I quite like wearing it like this because you can see kind of bits of the stars and the stripes. So what I like to do with that is then just take this around my neck, keep twisting. It can be a little fiddly and it's definitely easier to do it in front of a mirror, I can tell you that, because I just have the camera in front of me at the moment. Twist this so that you go just around your neck, and then I go all the way back around and then just tuck any excess into the front just to give the front a little bit more volume. And it looks super messy right now, but once you have had a bit of a jiggle around with it, you end up with something that looks a little bit like this, if I can straighten those tassels out a little bit. So you still have the kind of bandana style, but then you have a little bit more kind of body to it with the ruching, and then it's also really warm as well because you have the body of the scarf around your neck with that twist. And that is my final way that I like to tie my scarves. So that is it for my scarf video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you would like me to do a scarf collection video. I've had a couple of requests to do it, but I don't know if it's something that you guys would like to see, so let me know or not in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!